Yeah, they do. Step 2. Okay. Yes, I do.
Alright, you three?
Uh-huh.
Alright, you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
Mind getting a ticket, sir?
Hey guys.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Historical facts and road maps of and around the island. At just $2, I can guarantee they'll be your cheapest Mackinac Island souvenir. If you'd like one, just raise your hand as a crew member walks by.
Got good strokes.
$2?
$2, yep.
the cab shuffler to the dock and fully unload the after deck of all luggage and bikes. Once that task is completed, you'll hear the crew yell, "All ashore." That's your cue to disembark the vessel, kindly watching your step on the stairs and the ramp, using the back seats and railings where provided. If you are staying at the Grand, Mission Point, or Island House, your luggage will go directly to the hotel for you. For all other hotels and bed and breakfast, you can claim your luggage at the top right of the dock at the luggage claim area. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing Shufflers as your Mackinac Island transportation. We hope you have a safe trip home and a safe trip on to your next destination. Also, folks, we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Miriam. We hope you have a great day and a ship-tastic time on Mackinac Island.
جميع سماك على وزع كيك على الشباب وزع كيك على الفاضي شلونك او تضلك قاعد عيني وانت شبعان انا حسيت لما
هذه الآتورية
بس خلص احتفلنا بعيد ميلادها بالسفينة بنص البحر.
خلاص ما هدا علي
2023 بنص البحر احتفلنا بعيد ميلادها مع السفينة.
مع كل هالجمع يعني
هلا بنستغل
غير ولايات ما مرق بعد في عالي مرقوها Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
the GTD great people to do it. Yeah, they have it somewhere.
Yes, it's mucky or whatever.
Okay. All right, so stone goes in, it goes
Yes, and I was.
Let's go.
You want some ice cream? No, we'll get I need some ice cream too.
Okay. Well, we'll put your.
You're welcome. We'll get here at the Pink Pony. Did you?
17, correct. So yeah, 17. There you go. Oh yeah. So on the left we have Dow's Market. Dow's Market is the oldest family-owned grocery store in the U.S. It was founded in 1884.
Wow. Better hurry, people. Better hurry, people. That gal walking that way.
Technically, horses do have the right of way.
Yep.
So on this side here we have Marquette Park. Marquette Park was named for Father Jacques Marquette, a French missionary to the island in the late 1600s. The statue of him there was dedicated in 1909, and it has been a popular seagull perch ever since then.
Yeah. Seagull.
Up on the hill we have Fort Mackinac. Fort Mackinac was built by the British in 1780 and 1781. It was never actually used in battle during the Revolutionary War, though, so it's one of the best preserved forts from that era in the country. All of those limestone walls are the original walls of the fort, although we have had to replace the paint a couple of times. So here is the Beaumont Museum, named for Dr. William Beaumont, the local post surgeon of the fort in the 1800s. So he was also known as the local mad scientist. So the reason is because there was a young man named Alexis St. Martin, who was a French-Canadian fur trader. While he was visiting that store, leaning over the counter, he accidentally shot himself in the stomach with his own musket. Normally, such a wound would prove fatal, but Dr. Beaumont was miraculously able to save his life. However, Dr. Beaumont wasn't very good at stitches. So for the rest of his life, Alexis St. Martin had a small hole in his torso that led directly into his stomach. Whenever he wanted to eat food, he would actually have to stuff the hole with gauze so that food did not fall out of his stomach.
Well, that's not good.
And Dr. Beaumont did perform experiments on him. So what he would do is he would take a piece of food, he would wrap a string around it, and he would dip it into the hole in his side. He would then pull it out a couple of hours later, half digested.
Oh my.
Now here we have the Stewart House City Museum. This used to be the headquarters for the John Jacob Astor American Fur Trading Company. John Jacob Astor was the first American self-made millionaire, and in 1822 alone, they traded $3 million worth of furs here. In today's money, that would be the modern equivalent of $77 million. So here's our courthouse and police station, where we have 4 to 7 police officers on the island. And behind the police station, we have those big bay doors. And behind those big bay doors, we have the best kept secret on the entire island. Now, don't tell anybody that I told you this, but back there, we have motorized vehicles.
Oh no.
So they are for emergency purposes only. We have an ambulance, a fire truck, and a police cruiser. Here is the Biddle House. This is one of the oldest residences on the island, with parts of it dating back to 1780. It was purchased by Agatha Edward Biddle in 1830 for a down payment of only $100. It actually still took them 5 years to pay that off, though. Weddings in one season on Mackinac. So definitely well over warm a day. Now up here on the left, you can see this big old tall lilac tree. That lilac tree is actually the oldest lilac on the island. It was core tested by Michigan State University and found to be over 150 years old. So lilacs are not actually native here to Mackinac Island. They were brought here by the French during the fur trading era because the sight and scent of the blossoms reminded them of home. Nowadays, we have 68 different varieties of lilacs on the island, and they bloom in 18 different hues, ranging from the more regular pinks, purples, and whites, as well as a few unusual or cottage. It was built by the Orr sisters, and they named it that because if you knock on the door, either or will answer. Now up here we have a little church made out of stone, and we can't all be as creative as the Orr sisters, so we just call it the Little Stone Church. All right, so we are now coming up on the most iconic site on the island. Does anybody know what it is?
Flood shop. Biggest flood shop.
Grand Hotel? I'm talking about the pineapple statue. Did you know that the pineapple is the international sign for hospitality? Yeah. So you'll actually see them used in a lot of hotel motifs, since that's what they represent. But yes, of course, you guys are right. It's the Grand Hotel, not the little pineapple statue. So the Grand Hotel here was built in 1887 by 2 steamship lines and a railroad line who wanted to encourage people to visit the island using their methods of transportation. If you sell boat tickets, a hotel on an island is a fantastic investment. So it originally had 183 rooms when it was built, and the covered porch in front is 660 feet long, which makes it the longest covered porch in the entire world. The Grand Hotel was built in 1887, long before they had any power tools. Also have a carriage museum inside them. All of the carriages inside are over a century old. And even though they are so old, they're actually still functional, they still work, and we do use them every now and then for special occasions. So much wealth passing through here, we had to build a fort in order to be able to keep it, because the Americans, British, and the French were all constantly fighting over who got to own the land here. Well, in the 1800s, things started to die down. Fur trading kind of stopped, and because of that, the fort was deactivated. We briefly turned over to fishing, which was much less profitable. However, because we were into fishing, soon people came here for sports fishing. So not just to fish for ourselves for food, but rather to use it as a destination spot. It was vacation here, and go fishing. Therefore, some hotels were built. Well, eventually we realized people were coming here not just to fish for tourism, but just for tourism. So we built our first park. However, it wasn't the state park back then, it was actually a national park back then. It was the second national park of America, falling right behind the first national park of America, which was of course Yellowstone. After only 20 years though, we decided to switch it over to being a state park. Now, it was plenty popular, that wasn't a problem. The reason why it was switched over was just because the federal government didn't care to finance it, and the state government offered to finance it. It was actually the first state park in Michigan. Not much has changed ever since. We got really into fudge, and we kind of got known for that for some reason. Other than that, everything else is pretty much stayed the same. Obviously, as you can see, right now it's been over 100 years, and we still have hundreds of years more of burial plots left. And even when they do get filled up, we can always just expand further to state parks. So it was a really good idea. Unfortunately, the execution of it did not go very great. You see, we took all the headstones up here. Then we went back downtown and grabbed all the caskets, brought those up here, and went to rebury everything. At that point, we realized not only were we 3 caskets short, but we also hadn't kept track of which caskets belonged to which headstone. At that point, it was far too late. There's no way to figure it out. So still to this day, it is also a flag talking about Nicolette, a little overlook. Then we found out that
vehicle out was a disappointment. He lied. So the state park took down that plaque. They let the overview row over. And now this is the staircase of disappointment. But our truck is right over to the left there. However, just so you know, when I say I only have 10 minutes, I am being very serious. So, in the words of my boss, I'm not allowed to...
Very disgusting.
I just want my glasses.
Come on, Jack.
Passava a borsetta o coniglio. Yeah, of course.
Well, we should probably invite your parents. Maybe they want to. Kind of expensive, actually.
Donut, no.
And then probably another chocolate.
Grandma, we don't want to be on phone.
We're gonna go down to the art shop down there.
And then her church. Yeah, we can go in here. Maybe if you stay
It'll still be on.
Gosh, a company fortune for that. Yeah.
Turn out because I can
They had a weekend. Like Vernal? Yeah. That's like in their house.
her not even 4 weeks ago. Of course not. She said everything she could ask. Get in front of me.